A Czech woman who was trapped in a remote hut on the Routeburn Track for nearly a month after her companion died on what was supposed to be a 3-day tramp was discovered yesterday after the Czech consulate raised concerns with the police. Police say the pair in their late 20s or early 30s set off on July 26, but 2 days into their tramp, the man fell to his death. The woman spent 3 nights alone in the bush before breaking into Mackenzie Hut. We heard about Mackenzie Hut earlier in the program. The Department of Conservation's Wakatipu operations manager, Geoff Owen, praised the woman's actions.
As far as I'm aware, she's forced entry into. We have wardens' huts across the Routeburn. They're there for our summer wardens, which is October to April of any given year. And during the winter, we winterise the track, which means we put out avalanche signs, we close our own huts up. We leave the public huts open because we do know that there are people who still are capable of walking through the winter months. So, yeah, she would have forced the hut, and good on her for making that decision.
What were the kind of supplies in the hut, do you know?
Generally, we don't leave too much there, but there would have been heating available to her. There would have been some other resources just to keep her warm. Our wardens may or may not have left food behind. We don't encourage food to be left up on the tracks over the winter months, simply just because of the rodent issue. But fortunate too for her, she was in an area where Ultimate Hikes operate a lodge, and I think that was a bit more resourced than our particular hut. And my understanding, she may have made access to that as well. So again, for all the commentary and given the time that she's out there, you'd have to say her last decision was a very good decision, to just hunker down and wait for somebody to come along.
And that's exactly what she did. That's the Department of Conservation's Wakatipu Operations Manager, Geoff Owen. Our reporter Ian Telfer joins us from outside the Queenstown police station. Ian, all sorts of speculation about what's happened and why and how this woman could simply disappear, not be found for such a long period. Is there anything else that you have learnt this afternoon?
Yes, that's right, John. A lot of talk, isn't there, about the possibility of her staying in that hut for 24 days and not being found. And yet, and we're hearing that from all kinds of people, that is exactly possibly what has happened here. The police are adamant that she was not contacted, that no one came through that area. Even though that track is popular in summer, it appears that in winter, and particularly conditions like now, where there's up to, they say, 3 feet of snow, people just simply don't go through. In fact, some people who are experienced trampers in that area told me this afternoon anyone who knows that backcountry wouldn't go there because of the avalanche risk and the risk of falling. So therefore, and that's why DOC puts out its warnings. So it does seem that a lot of local people and New Zealanders and maybe even tourists have been avoiding it, not able to get up that far, not getting to that particular hut, even though that's on parts of the Routeburn Track, and that she indeed wasn't seen for 24 days. Yes, it does seem extraordinary, but at the moment no evidence that in any way her story is wrong.
Yeah, we're receiving a lot of feedback from people who know the Routeburn who say, fantastic over summer, don't go anywhere near it over winter for precisely the reasons you describe, and it has been ferociously cold and snowing heavily during this period. What about the police recovery operation, Ian? What more can you tell us about that?
Yes, we're waiting to hear, John. They are attempting that rescue right now, recovery of the woman's companion. We don't know exactly much about him. We know that he was either in his late 20s to early 30s, that it's not quite clear their relationship, but they were clearly tramping together. They're both Czech, and that he fell just 2 days now, we've learned, after they entered into this area. She then was able to go off and break into this hut and stay there for 24 days. The police are back up there now. Apparently the helicopter is attempting to recover the man's body. No word on that yet, John, and they are attempting to do it clearly while there's still light. You can see, I think, in the pictures that there's still some light here, although it's falling fairly fast. So if they don't get it out in the next hour or so, I suppose they may have to wait until the morning. So we're waiting to hear. We may well get an update on that this evening.
Ian Telfer live from outside the Queenstown police station. Thanks, Ian. Nice to talk to you.